Hello everyone, thanks for coming in a rainy, cold night. I really want you to feel comfortable, so feel free to move. I don't know how much you're used to sit to meditate and all that, so feel free to move in between, or to lay down or get a blanket and sleep a little bit. So I put some little papers, I don't know, you got them. But I thought it would be good to have a bit of a reminder. There is some great teachings out there. In this case, this quote is from the Bhagavad Gita. And it says, when meditation is mastered, the mind is unwavering, like the flame of a candle in a windless place. Such a beautiful analogy, very powerful. Do you remember how it looks? Flame that stays with no wind, and suddenly turns into some symmetric, powerful, static. But that's not all. Something else happens when the flame becomes still. Very powerful, magnetic, hypnotic field appears. Our mind is like that flame with the wind that moves crazy from one place to another. And that's why we suffer ultimately. There's this chaos in perception and understanding. The only way out is by first learn to calm your mind. Otherwise, with a short attention span, you cannot conceive a more sophisticated and advanced model, discoverings, ideas. It's so simple. That most people overlook it. No creativity, no solution, no peace can come or happen without that stability in your mind. So when people attempt to meditate, they find it very uncomfortable because their mind, like the flame with wind, seems to randomly move involuntarily, chaotically. But that's a very important understanding. Most people don't even notice that they are so scattered and divided and confused. That's why it's all right when you start sitting to meditate and calm your mind to notice that is a little more challenging than people expected. But there are good news. You actually have some control of this wind that is making you crazy, this emotional turmoil and stressful thoughts that appear in your mind. You may not feel like you can control them, but you can definitely detach from them. And the wind calms down and your mind becomes focused, undistracted, still. Your attention can pervade everything like the light. Find a comfortable position. You want to, on one side, feel very relaxed. Let all the muscles in your body to let go of all the tension, the unnecessary tension you're carrying. And at the same time, you want your spine to be pretty much comfortably straight. In that way, the nervous system and the brain can be more alert. And that's a magic formula for a good meditation. Deeply relax, profound stillness, and clear vividness and alertness. So without doing much, just welcome your body in this moment. Let it settle. Make sure that it's comfortable and relaxed. A good way of settling your body is by taking few deep, comfortable breaths. I suggest count 21 breaths. They are deep, comfortable, easy, flowing. As if you were gently stretching and relaxing your breath. Breathe in and out just a little longer than usual. Let your body relax every time you breathe out. without straining your breath, counting to 21. Feeling better each breath. Every time you breathe in, your attention wakes up. Every time you breathe out, your body relaxes. Sweet, long breaths. That make your body and your mind relax and open. The breath is slow and gentle, deep and sweet. Every time you breathe in, you come to this moment. Every time you breathe out, you let go all the fight and attempt to control the world. Your breathing goes smoother, deeper, easier. It comes a pleasant sensation from your body to calm down your nervous system. Whenever you stop counting 21 breaths, continue breathing slowly, gently moving as less volume of air as possible without straining. You're just calming down your body and your nervous system through your breath. Just a little thread of air in and out. So the breathing in and out still takes time, but you're moving less and less volume of air in and out of your body. breaths, but very little air coming in and out. Very gently, peacefully, being nice to your body. Reducing the amount of air, and yet the time to breathe in and out is quite long compared to your normal breath. You are calming the wind. Without forcing, you are breathing less and less amount of air, gently, softly. Your heartbeat has to be always relaxed and calm. If you are straining, your heart will beat stronger. That means you tried too hard. It has to be soothing, playful, gentle. The less breath you use, the more relaxed your body and your mind are. And vice versa. The more relaxed your body and your mind are, the less air you need. In a playful and gentle way, reduce your breathing while relaxing your mind and your body. There is just a little tiny breath in and out. Your body and your mind opens. And stillness, like in the flame without wind, stillness starts growing in you. In a playful and gentle way, how minimal your breath can be. How much can you detach from your body and your mind? Start noticing the stillness gently growing in the background as the wind comes down. If you calm down enough, letting go of the tension in your body and your mind, you will feel a simultaneous experience of your breathing and some thoughts coming sometimes. But in the other hand, a stillness that contrasts against that movement in your belly. Don't control your breath anymore. Let it flow naturally. And switch your attention to the stillness that is contrasted with the movement. your body completely relax, your mind almost inactive, your attention fully vivid and awake, just noticing the gentle sensation in the movement of your abdomen. You're not controlling your breath, you're just witnessing. And you can only witness movement from stillness. Rest in that stillness that perceives the movement. Don't make an effort to control your attention. Your brain is always registering that movement anyway. So it's a very gentle and relaxed noticing of something that is always happening. It is really effortless. Feeling the presence of that movement, of your breath in your belly. Surrendering your mind. Surrendering your body to stillness. Only your belly moves. Without you doing anything at all. Immerse your attention in the contrast between stillness and movement in your belly in an involuntary way. Ground yourself in that stillness that perceives movement in your belly. And expand that contrast of stillness against sounds, thoughts, everything that happens, every event, sensory event, starts and finishes, comes and goes, and your stillness is not affected by this coming and going. You're not even making the effort of focusing. You're only resting in that stillness, letting any perception come and go from sounds, touch sensations. Everything comes and goes. It's momentary, but your awareness is permanent in the background, still. You are safe. Surrender your psychology, your past, your future. Just be present in that stillness that notices how things come and go. It doesn't matter whether sensory experience like sounds or thoughts, they just come and go, and you're there before, during, and after, still, just present. Without doing anything, you can perceive everything. Surrendering completely moment by moment, waking up, letting your mind freely, focusing on the events that come and go. You remain as the witness in stillness, beyond anything. Now forget about the events. Just rest in that ever-present stillness that is everywhere, at any time. The only thing that has never changed in your life You are safe. Surrender completely. You don't need to think. You don't need to control everything. Just let go and rest in the presence. Your mind, out of habit, will try to remain active. Just keep resting. Decline the invitation to think. Just rest, relax, still, and alert, embracing this moment fully. Surrender. There is nothing to lose and everything to win. Just let go. Immerse yourself. The sky is never affected by the clouds. Your awareness is never affected by perception. we are gonna be finishing soon this experiment. How much you dare to surrender to this moment. How much can you let go of every inner activity and remain resting in that stillness that is aware of everything but not affected by anything. Open up your heart and release all the suffering. Embrace all the universe with your love, with your attention. Now take a deep breath. And gently, slowly come back to your body and your mind without losing the stillness. There is an infinite amount of peace always available to you anytime, anywhere. You just need to surrender. And your mind, still like the flame with no wind, permeates and remembers something that is not a thought. This art of calming the mind is probably the oldest meditation for thousands of years. People in every culture and religion have found that in that stillness and pure attention, when the mind calms, the mind surrenders to something bigger. And if you rest long enough, you start feeling contentment and peace. And if you stay long enough, that peace turns into bliss. Into a non-located, spontaneous joy that is emanating from the background of every experience. It's not dependent on any object or any subject, on anything. It's always there, permeating everything, always accessible, always loving. It's obviously when we die, that's the only place to go. Where else are you gonna be? But you can die already, psychologically, just letting go of the concentration in our bodies, in our mind, just rest in openness, not doing anything, just allowing everything. And that stillness makes you disappear. Your body and your mind may still move, think, but there is this background from where all experience is like a dream in a mirror. You don't need to change. You don't need to become a better meditator. Just need to release, because that background is giving you your life. Don't need to do anything to deserve it. It's making your heart beat. It's making your breath dance with everything around you. That's where all beauty in our lives come from. That's where all love comes from. It's not a person. That's a reflection. Like God watching itself through people. Thank you so much for sharing this moment. you had the chance to dwell in that stillness, even when your mind may have been busy, and experience that is something always there. Honestly, I could stay like this for hours. But I don't want to hold you here for too long. Maybe one day we should do it, just to see how far could it go. But I really appreciate you here, like all putting together like a fire, all putting together our attention into, let's make this moment real. So I really appreciate your presence. I hope it makes you remember that you deserve to be bigger than any moment and anything in your life. And there is peace and there is bliss behind everything, although sometimes it seems that it disappears, but it doesn't. And that's the test. That's why this thought, this image, this analogy is still being true. I mean, there's not one single moment that if you just surrender, that stillness is there. And sometimes your mind may be still and the stillness becomes more apparent. But at some point, the stillness is there, even in the movement. And that's the way to develop contentment through whatever happens. It's the most reliable thing we can search for in this life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.